Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is a Matters Monday and because art matters. Basically, normally I do this on a recorded video and I wanted to give it a try on a live stream so that we can see how it goes, and if it does well and you guys enjoy it, then it might be something that we do on a live stream instead, so we can do a little bit of a discussion on the saying in the book and things like that. So let's see who's all here. Hello Celine, hello Jen, hello Wicca Bella, hello Dawn, hello Crashus, welcome, welcome. Hello Calamity, welcome. And for some reason my chat has frozen. Hold on. Hello Divissa. Hello Dee. Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what we're going to do is we're going to read from Art Matters, and we're going to color our picture in it. And depending upon how long that takes, I also have a wonderful young man who has drawn me some swords. So I will be coloring some swords because I did promise him that I would color them on the YouTube. So I will color them for him. He was lovely enough to draw them for me. These are drawn, hand-drawn, so they're not copied or anything. They're just hand-drawn by a child that I know. So I will color those as well because I promised him I would. So we'll see how this goes. And for everybody that is really late, for you, I do understand that it is late. And if you need to go to bed, by all means, go to bed. Because I don't want you staying up past your bedtimes. If you don't want to, or if you can't, you know, that sort of thing. So we colored this one last Monday. And this Monday's is this one here. It says they were good librarians. They liked books, and they liked the books being read. They had no snobbery about anything I read. They just seemed to like that there was this wide-eyed little boy who loved to read. And they would talk to me about the books I was reading. They would find me other books. They would help. They treated me with respect. I was not used to being treated with respect as an 8-year-old boy. No, I will not, because you will have nightmares for the rest of your life. So we are going to color this page, and then we'll color this page as well. No, no, we don't want Renee to sing. Nope, nope, nope. So I'm going to switch on over to the close-up camera here. I'll read, but I will not sing. All right, so we're going to color this one here. And we're going to start with some browns. So I'm still using the Artex, that's it. Artex colored pencils. This one is called Goldenrod, and it's a light tan color. Now remember, this is not a coloring book. This is a regular book, so the paper is a lot thinner. So you will find that some pencils will not work on it as well. But sometimes you just have to use a very light hand and just layer it up. I'm just going over the top of the counter with the goldenrod. Artex, yes, Artex. A-R-R-T-X, Artex. And I have posted a link to this book in the top of your chat. So if you don't already have this book and want to get this book to follow along with Matters Monday, you are definitely welcome to do so. The book is there. All right, now we're going to take a darker brown. We're going to use sienna brown. Yes. Yeah, don't listen while you're driving. Now, one of the things I was thinking about with doing this is having a conversation about what the book's about. Right now we're in a chapter that is about librarians and the importance of libraries and the importance of books in general. I know a lot of people don't read physical books anymore. It's so easy to get a digital book or a um, audio book. But sometimes it's just nice to sit down and read a book, in my opinion. I don't read nearly as much as I'd like to, um, since my eyes started going all wonky. I haven't read nearly as much as I should. But I don't like being read to, like I don't like audiobooks too much either. What do you guys think about it? Yeah, yeah, it does take a lot of time to read, definitely. Well, like I said, I will like if we do find that this is something that is preferable than the recorded sessions. I may do this every Monday evening. Of course, if you are not able to be here on Monday evenings, it will be recorded, so you can watch it back. It, you know, just takes a little bit of time to put the closed captions in and the chat text. So, if you find that you're not able to be here and you enjoy the Matters Monday, you can definitely do so and watch it back afterwards as well. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome, welcome. Absolutely not a problem at all, Dawn. I can understand it. It's fine. I'm terrible at spelling, so that's probably why I understand it. I can read typos and misspelled words. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got our medium tone in there. Now we're going to put in our dark tone, which will be dark umber. And I have a tickly feeling in my nose. Hopefully I don't sneeze. Well, yeah, if you guys are already asleep and whatnot, or if you're so tired that you can't keep your eyes open, definitely do not feel the need or the necessity to make it to the stream. I will not be offended, I promise. I know it's getting late in other areas, so here in the Pacific Northwest it's just after dinner time, so it's a fairly good time for me. No problem whatsoever. Were you able to find the coupon on my community page for that tape dispenser? Because I do have a coupon for it on my community page. It's like a 40% off coupon, but it's a US coupon, so I don't know if you're in the US or not. Absolutely not a problem at all. If you are tired, this is the best place for you. You will be asleep shortly. Awesome. All right, now we're going to move down. We're going to actually put a little bit more of that goldenrod on the top here. Then we're going to move down to the front area. Okay, good. Yep. No, I have one person that watches my channel specifically when she can't sleep because it helps her sleep. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I have absolutely no issues with that. I think it's wonderful. If I can be that helpful to somebody and help them relax enough to be able to get to sleep, especially if they're prone to insomnia, I am all good with that. She thought I would be insulted. It's like, nope, not even a little bit. It actually is very, very flattering. Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so I used the sienna brown, and then I'm going in with the burnt umber. And down the line areas here. Down the slats, putting in those shadows. All right. Now we're going to do his little jacket. We're going to start with True Blue. Yeah, it's almost 7 here. 6:42. All right, so we're just doing a base coat of the light blue here. And then we're going to go in with a medium blue. So this one here is light Cerulean blue. And we're going to come in and we're going to make sure that we leave our highlight areas open. So I'm treating this picture and this small book the same way I would any other picture. And just go through it with your dark, medium, and light, making sure you leave your highlight areas. That's awesome, Marilyn. I can't sleep with any sort of noise in my room. I just can't. The hubby snoring is enough noise. Between the hubby and the dog snoring, I have all the noise I need. Now I'm going to use Cerulean Blue. I think I need to sharpen this one. 1 second here. I gotta sharpen it. It's almost noon there tomorrow. Good evening, Catherine. Welcome, welcome. So just like the Hug a Day, we did a Hug a Day September, and then we did 100 Days of Hugs. This book is illustrated by Chris Riddell. It is written by Neil Gaiman, and it is a lovely little book. It is only available in hardcover now. I did notice when I posted the link that the soft cover is no longer available. It's not even listed. So I'm hoping that I'm not coloring in a rare book at this point. That would make me kind of feel bad, but sorry but not sorry almost. Hello, Paul. And hello, Anna. And hello. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Harvey. There we go. Oh, that's good. Yes. Yes, I have heard that the hardcover is much easier to color in than the soft color cover, so. All right. So we've got the blue done. Now just to blend it in a little bit and to give that highlight a little bit more of a color, we're going to use this light cloud blue. And we're just going to blend that all together with the cloud blue. I could use a blender stick on this, but this paper in this particular book really doesn't like the blender stick very much. So I try not to use it. They're supposed to be asleep, yeah. That's always the way, isn't it? Alright, now we're going to take the light peach and we're going to do the back of his neck. And his ears. And the librarian's hands here. And again, I'm going to have to sharpen it. Hello, Ronnie. Welcome. And then we're going to take this one, which is peach. We're going to come into those darker areas here. Now, because there's so little amount of skin here, I'm not too concerned about making it, you know, the exact way that I would do a normal skin tone. All right, so we're going to take magenta, and we're going to do the first book with some magenta in the shadowy areas. And then we're going to take our... Hello, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, Catherine. I wish you were feeling better, sweetie. I hate having a sinus cold. It is the worst. It took me down for over a week. It was horrible. And then we're going to take this one. Hi, Christina. We're going to take lilac. And then we're going to take a little bit of mulberry. And then the bottom one here, we're going to do a little bit of that cloud blue. And we'll take the cerulean blue. And hopefully I'm still on screen. And then we'll blend it with the cloud blue. Exactly. I hate head colds. It is the worst. Now we're going to take a little bit of Parma Violet. And we're going to give the librarian a wonderful purple shirt here. I'm not sure. Sarah popped in. I think Sarah came in while you were away, but I'm not absolutely positive. No, now Charlotte has decided that she needs to whine because Daddy's room door is closed. That's enough, Charlotte. No. Now we're going in with some violet. Putting in the creases of and shadows. Yeah, she's been sleeping all day. Then Daddy gets home and she acts like she's been up all day. I think I've been teaching her bad habits. Well, that's always good, yeah. Except for the stress of it. That was the worst thing about the thought of quitting smoking, was the stress of it. Just stressed me right out. Alright, now we're going to do the stamp pad, which normally was a little bit of silver because it was tin on the back part here and on the edges. Yeah, my dog she just wants to, be acknowledged. And then the black stamp pad. And then we have a little bit of red for the little numbers because the stamp itself is red. And then a little bit of silver for the metal. Yeah, can you tell I've spent a lot of time in the library? I know what these things look like. Well, I'm glad it doesn't, bug you. With me, it was like, yeah, I would kill people. Now we're going to do his hair. And we're working first of all with yellowed orange. So we're going to do his hair the same way that we did his hair here with the orange tones. So we're starting off with the yellow orange. And she hasn't eaten her dinner yet, so she's not allowed to have a C word. Just so you know. Then we're going to go into the orange. So this one here is pale vermilion. Yeah, I haven't had an actual cigarette in 2 years, but I do vape. Cigarettes became way too expensive. I used to smoke Canadian cigarettes. So for me to get a Canadian cigarette out here in the US, it just got too expensive. So that was the end of that. Now I'm going to take a little bit of carmine red. Just put a little bit of red in here. Then we're going to go back over it with the yellowed orange. And blend it in. Okay. Now we're going to do this bookshelf here. Yeah, except for I don't like US tobacco. That was my biggest problem is I don't like US tobacco. I just don't like it. Yeah, it's not a good habit to start, Dawn, that's for sure. If you're not a smoker, don't start smoking. And then, so I've gone through and I've used the same colors that we used on the countertop here. I've used the goldenrod, the sienna brown, and then I'm coming in with, that's black, I don't want that one. I almost came in with the wrong color. Dark umber. And I'm just doing this very loosely because they're in the background. Now for the books, again, doing it very loosely. Just adding those colors, blurry colors there. And I'm just going through the colors that I already have out. Kind of like a swatch chart, yeah? And I think I'll use a yellow here. And a bit of gray blue here. And then we'll take our black and we'll put in the lines between the books. Yeesh. Oh, glad I didn't smoke in Australia. My gosh. Yeah, we're using the Artex new pencils that I got in because they were on my desk and I want to play with them a little bit and figure out the best way to use them and decide if I like them or I haven't put full judgment on them yet. The court is still on the bench with it. But so far I'm liking them. I haven't found anything horribly wrong with them yet, if that's any indication. And then this one. Like I said, I'm just going through and just quickly, loosely coloring these books. Because they're very dull. Yes, it's Artex. Arrtx. Alright, then I'm going to sharpen my black so I can get into those lines a little bit better. They layer actually really nicely, but they are a wax-based pencil, so they also do that smush thing really nicely as well. Just coming down the edges here. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, I would have quit smoking. That cost. At that price, yeah, I would have been done. So I'm just going through and adding random colors here. So of course, make sure that you put lots of different variations on the books. Make them all colorful and lovely, just like a bookcase in a library should be. Because, libraries should be full of different books. And I'm just going through with the black and making sure I put the separation in for the books. I'm putting in a little bit of shadow here as well. Same with up here. All right, and there we have our librarian with our 8-year-old reader. So now we have a choice. We can stop here and call it a day. It's been half an hour. Or or we can read the next page and color the next page, or we can color some swords first. What do you guys think? What do you want to do? Keep going. All right. So the next page is this wonderful picture here. It says, libraries are about freedom, freedom to read, freedom of ideas, freedom of communication. They are about education, about entertainment, about making safe spaces, and about access to information. I will be doing the swords for the boy, absolutely. Let's color this one first, and then we'll color the swords. So we're going to color the librarian, and we're going to use the same colors we used over here for her shirt. So we're going to take the Parma Violet. The swords first. You want me to do the swords first? Okay. All right, but we are going to color her. But we'll do the swords first. All right, so we've got some swords here. So I need my black, first of all. And I need my silver. Where's my silver? Some silver. And I need some grays. Because, they're swords, right? So I've got 70% cool gray here. And I promised him I would do one as a blood sword. So I need this one here, which is Crimson Lake. Well, that is awesome, Dee. All right, so I'm going to come through with this one. I'm going to give it a little bit more definition, and I'm going to draw in some of the blood swirls. He did a really, really good job drawing this. I'm just making sure that my hand doesn't rub the pencil off because it's just a pencil drawing. So I'm just going over it with the colored pencil to get that pencil drawing a little bit more stable. All right, I'm going to grab my brush. And then we're going to take our Crimson Lake here. And we're going to take our silver. So we're going to start with our silver. All right, Christina, good night. Oh dear. Okay, well, I hope that you have a better night, and I hope Yuna is okay. So we're going to put a light layer of the silver down first. Now, my husband has a blade, and it's called a blood blade. And the reason why it's called a blood blade is because it has red throughout the blade from the different processes of folding and pounding and all that sort of thing with different metals. So I will be adding that red in. And usually it goes in little lines all the way through the blade, like this. And little swirls down the edge of the blade. And it's really pretty. It's a Asian blade. I bought him years ago. There we go. Yeah, that works. Sure. The boy who drew these really enjoys the original Robin, Dick Grayson, but when after he was Robin. So he likes the swords that Grayson carries. So then we're going to take our black and we're going to make the internal bit of the sword here a little bit deeper. Yes, that's what we'll call it. The one I have for my husband is a handcrafted blade. It's an Asian blade that is made with they call it a blood steel. It has the red metals all the way through it. And when they folded it and pounded it, it left these red streaks all the way through it. It looks like blood all the way through it. It's really kind of cool. Me neither. Yes. So I'm just coming down the blade itself with a bit of the red, because this part of the fold would probably be thicker in my brain. Like so. And then we're going to go through and we're going to do the handle. So we're going to go around and we're going to do the swirls. I need to arch that a little more. There we go. And bring it down here a little bit more. Like so. Then we're going to gray that in just a little bit. And then we're going to take our brown and we'll wrap it in a little bit of dark brown leather. Alright, so now we're going to take this one here, which is sienna brown. I'm going to sharpen it. It is an art form all on its own. It's really, really interesting. I'm just going to put a bit of this lighter red brown, the sienna brown, down the center here. And then I'm going to take the darker brown, which is here, and we're going to use it. It's dark umber. Hi, Dion. And we're going to put in that shadow area with the dark umber, bringing that curve into the body of the handle here. And the lines of the wrap. Like so. That is awesome, Sarah. Alright, and then we're going to take our lighter brown here. Trying to decide here. Might do it this one. Yeah, let's do a little bit of light umber up the center here. And then we'll take a little bit of this one, which is sand, and blend it together. Like so. like so. So as you can see, the pencil itself is a charcoaly type pencil. So just rubbing on it is giving a bit of a shadow, dust shadow, which is fine. We just got to remember not to rub on it so much. I might have to put something under my hand because I don't want to ruin his picture. All right, now we're going to take our gold and we're going to fill in the handle. So, do you want to cover all the swords tonight, or do you want to do one every Monday? Because we can stretch this out. And then we're going to take a bit of, let's see, what's this one? Sepia is a little too dark. This one. I'm going to take a little bit of Tuscan red, I think. Oh dear. Well, I'm glad hubby caught him in time. That would have been horrible. That would have got him into some trouble. Going around the edge here where it's shadowed to bring in that red tone into the gold. Yes, yes. He was only 10, didn't know any better. Sure, sure, Paul. Yeah, kids are funny little creatures sometimes. They don't don't think anything, you know, that will they have no intentions of harming anybody with such things, so why would they be worried about it, right? Good night, Dawn. Enjoy your sleep. So I'm just going over this with the blender pencil. And I'm going to blend out the tooth. Creating that softer edge there. It'll also protect the pencil. And we're going to come down here as well. And we're just going to let that black and red dirty the blade a little bit. Want it to mush around, moving around in the blade. Uh-huh. All right. And since I didn't see the answer to my question, I will ask it again, and this time I'll actually look, I promise. Did you want to do more than one sword, or do you want to do one on Monday? One a night? Good night, Jen. Sleep well, my friend. Don't worry. You have a good sleep, darling. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. One a Monday. Feature him on our Monday Matters. So there is the first one done. I don't want to color them all because his mom isn't even here. So I know I should do polls for that kind of thing. I know, dear. But his mom isn't here, so I know he's not watching, and I know that he would really enjoy seeing it done. So I think we will do this one and move on to the next Art Matters and color that. And if she comes in, then we'll color another one for him. Okay? Yeah, YouTube has polls and all that stuff. I know. So we'll color this one, and when if his mom comes in and he's watching, I will color another one for him. Until then, we will color some more Art Matters. All right, so let's color the librarian. We're going to start with Parma Violet on her blouse. Let's make sure we're in camera. That always helps. So I'll read this again. It says libraries are about freedom. Freedom to read, freedom of ideas, freedom of communication. They are about education, about entertainment, about making safe spaces, and about access to information. Libraries are such a cool place. Now I'm not going to go up onto her collar because I'm going to make that white. Thank you. I think he did a wonderful job drawing them for me. We have a budding artist, and I will do my best to encourage and make him feel like his art matters, especially on Matters Monday. Yeah, I loved going to the library when I was a kid. Actually, I lived in the library when I was a kid. I didn't like going outside and playing because I was one of those children that other children enjoyed beating up. So I preferred to stay in the library where it was safe. All right, so we're just putting down the violet on her blouse. He will, absolutely. He keeps on drawing me things to color, and I might have to put a you know put them all into a book and make him a feature. Have him on the show. Yeah. Well, I can't do that because he's a child, so. Hi, Kara. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, now we're going to go in with violet. Maybe. There it is. If I can find my violet. There it is. Yes, I did start at about an hour ago, but you're fine. Well, you're not late. I did start earlier. Nobody's ever late. You're perfectly fine. Oh, you know what I didn't do? It's a good thing I'm not pressing very hard yet. Well, thank you. Yeah, that would have been damaging a book, and I just couldn't do that when I was young. Books were very important to me when I was younger. I started reading at a very young age. They were my salvation. They took me to wonderful and fantastic places where I was a princess and a warrior and, you know, all sorts of things like that. So I couldn't possibly beat them with a book. I just couldn't do it. That would hurt the book. So a lot of people seem to enjoy the um, audio books. Is that for convenience, because somebody else is reading it? Or is it the sound of somebody else reading? Why do you prefer audiobooks if you prefer audiobooks? I've only ever listened to one audiobook and I couldn't concentrate on what it was saying, if that makes sense. Yes, it was definitely my escape. I loved escaping. But I loved escaping into things that most people wouldn't escape into. I loved the Encyclopedia Britannicas. They were one of my favorite books when I was a child. I read the entire Encyclopedia Britannica series from start to finish, um, and several times because I really, really liked them. And people thought I was weird. Yeah, I can understand that. Not video books, audio books, dear. Yeah, I can definitely understand, using them for entertainment purposes when you're driving or, working on other things when you don't have a lot of time to read. to sit down with a physical book and just read. Or even a tablet. So how many people still utilize the library? How many people here still go to the library to get a book? Oh, well, thank you so much for becoming a unicorn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's awesome, Kara. Thank you. Can we get some exclamation point love in the chat for Kara Mias, please? Yeah, saving them all for retirement. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, now we're going to do her buttons, and we're going to do her buttons with a lovely silver. And we're going to take our Parma Violet, and we're just going to darken this up a little bit, blending in that violet. Well, that's awesome. Hello, Precious. Thank you for hitting the heights. That's awesome. I know you've been here, but I haven't seen you say anything, so I assumed you'd fallen asleep. All right, so I'm just coming through with that Parma Violet, making things a little bit darker, leaving a highlight there. Because as you can see, there's highlights coming, I assume, from a window or something there. So that are landing on our beautiful librarian. Oh, that's really cool. That's interesting to know. Pleads the fifth. It is perfectly fine. If you fell asleep, Precious, that is perfectly fine. You don't need to plead the fifth there. I have no expectations of people actually staying awake during my streams, so. Either I've soothed you to sleep or I've bored the heck out of you. One or the other. Both is very possible, so. Yeah, you barely sleep as it is. So you just, if you fall asleep by all means. So I use some white there and I'm using some black for shadowing on her collar. Hello, Tabby. Welcome, welcome. I am using the Artex colored pencils. And the book I am working in is Art Matters. It is my normal Monday recorded stuff, but instead I'm doing it live. Just as a test to see if this is something that people prefer to having it recorded. is having the interaction and hanging out and talking about the information in Art Matters, or the writing in Art Matters. Right now we're currently on libraries and librarians and those wonderful people that provided books to us as we were growing up and whatnot. Full of information. Absolute calamity, you go to sleep, dear. Enjoy your rest. Okay, so I started off with the light peach, went in with the peach. Oh, that's awesome, Marilyn. So I'm going over everything with the light peach. Just getting her all dolled up here. Get up under her hair a little. Now, because this paper is really, really thin, I don't like putting a lot of pressure or a lot of layers on it. So I'm not going to add all of the shadowing I would normally add. Instead, I'm just going to use a deeper color than the first layer. So I'm using peach now into the shadow areas. When you're coloring in this book, if you have this book, remember to keep a piece of paper behind your page, because the pressure of the pencils on your page is going to make the ink transfer as well as the colored pencil. Awesome. Love it. You guys are so sweet. Alright, now I'm just going to put in a little bit more shadow here. And then we're going to take our peach, light peach I mean, and we're going to blend that in. Just being very gentle not to grab any color from the dark areas of that the artist has put in. Because with these lighter colors, if you go over some of the drawn lines, they can transfer onto your pencil. Alright, now we're going to do her hair. We're going to do her hair in this brown. So this is sienna brown. No, it's a transfer of color. Like this black ink will transfer onto the next page if you don't keep a page behind it, because it's not, it's just a thin newspaper type print. So it'd be the same as if you were working with a newspaper under your page. All of that print will transfer onto the back of your page. Alright, and then we're going to take our dark blue and we're just going to put a little bit in the glasses here. And then we're going to take our cloud blue and we're going to blend it out a little. And we're gently going to take our blender and we're just going to push that dark blue around a little bit. Try to be very, very gentle using a blender stick or a blender pencil on this paper because it will wear a hole in the paper very quickly if you're not gentle. Just barely touching it, gently moving it around. Then we're going to put in her lipstick. The post for the book, the link for the book, which is available on Amazon, is at the top of the chat. I did pin it there for everybody. And again, we're going to do the stamp pads red. The stamper itself is silver. And the handle is dark brown on the back side. Then we'll take a lighter brown and do the front side. Like so. Alright, so our librarian is finished. Let's do our book. So we've got the inside of the book cover here. So we're going to do the edge of this part of the book cover and the back of the book. Like that. And then we're going to take our sand tone and we're going to do the edges of the covers. The edges of the pages, I mean. The edges of the covers. And we're just going to put in a little tiny bit of that yellow. And then we're going to take our white. Now in my library, the library card holder, the place where you filled out and they stamped, was always that yellow cardstock. Like that. Alright, so now we're going to work on the wood here. We're just going to lay down the goldenrod. And that's what color I did that, was goldenrod. Once again, we're doing the counter the same as we did on the opposing page. So we're going to start with the goldenrod. And hopefully I can remember what colors I used. I may not. I may end up using the wrong color. So, and then we've got goldenrod, and then we've got light umber. No, I think that was it. No, it was sienna brown, wasn't it? It's Tuscan. I just had it in my hand. Where did I put it? There it is. Sienna brown. Like so. And then we're going to take the dark umber and finish the shadow areas. so. And then we got books to do again. Well, let's do the back of his head first. We're going to take yellow orange, as soon as I can find it. So we've got yellow to orange. We're going to do his light areas of his hair first. Try not to color his ears orange. And then we're going to use pale vermilion. We're just following the flicks that the artist has given us of his hair directions. Because he's got curly, whirly hair that goes everywhere. And then we're going to use a little bit of actual orange. And hopefully my chat isn't frozen, but it might be. Is that or else everybody went to bed. And I don't blame them. Alright, and then we're going back over it with the yellow to orange. I'm going to take the light peach and do his ears. And then a little bit of the, where is it? This one, I think. Yeah. A little bit of the peach for the shadowy areas. Alright, now we're going to do books. Alright, no problem at all if you're dozing. I'll try to be quiet. Don't want to wake everybody up. Just have to be careful because I may sneak away without you noticing. Alright. I'm using Crimson Lake, and I'm just making it a little bit darker on the edges. Like so. And just lifting my hand as I get towards the center of the book. And that way I don't have to put too many other colors down for that area. Now I'm going to take sand, I hope. No, that's jasmine. Where's my sand? Lost my sand, there it is. So I'm going to take sand and I'm just going to gently fill that in. Like so. Then we're going to take the next color. Let's do a blue. Basically what we're doing is we're just picking a bunch of colors for the books at this point, so they can be any color really. Just make sure that you put the shadows in. These are all going to be shadowed because of whatever light is coming down off of here. It may just be emanating from her. Wouldn't that be cool? Go into the library and the librarian is all glowy. I think it'd be cool. That'd be a library I'd go back to. Librarian is magical. Working on donut power. That's awesome. And thank you very much, Wickabella. If you fall asleep, dear, sweet dreams and have a wonderful day tomorrow. I'm just quickly going through and adding the colors for the books themselves, because now we have no exterior book to put the color in for. This is all just edges. And then we're going to take our sand and we're going to fill that in. Then we're going to do the same thing all over again behind her. For the shelving units. Just doing it very loosely over here where it's shadowed. And just put in your book colors. Don't have to be precise, don't have to be specific. Just put in color. Because different books are different colors. Absolutely. Donut power is a great power. Sugar! Yay! I can't eat sugar anymore, but that's okay. It's still a great power. And okay, and then we're going to take our dark umber here, and we're going to do the shelves. Like so. Just putting in that shadow. And then we're going to take this one. Where is it? Where are you? This one here. And we're going to take the sienna brown and come off of that a little bit, giving it a bit of a light brown red tinge to it. Giving it kind of that stained look on the shelves. Come down with the sienna and then the dark umber. Now I'm going to come across with a yellow. I'm going to use canary yellow very lightly, coming down with that light glow there. because I think she has a bit of a glow around her by the looks of it. Hey Melissa, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm just gently putting in different colors into that glow without taking over the glow. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're just going to take a bit of gray, because this area over here, we're just going to gray it out a little, because there's really no books in there. And I don't draw very well, so I'm not going to put them in. But we are going to do some shelves there. And a little bit of that yellow. Like so. And we're going to do the books up top here. Like so. And in case you were wondering, if you are following Shannon Chopin Hayes, her tag for the month is books. Her object for the month is books. So if you are wondering what to do for the book tag, coloring anything that has a library in it would definitely do that. Yes, exactly. And all librarians glow. And then we're going to put a bit of glow up here and across here. And we're going to do yes, absolutely a good month for the Colin Thompson if you so desire. Not a book I have or anything like that, but I have seen it, and yes, there is a wonderful book page in there that would be fantastic for Shannon's object of the month. All right, so I think we have another. Oh, let's go down with our black. Let's separate the books a little bit. Let's try to make the books straight. Not very often are the books wobbly. However, if I'm drawing them, very possibly. They're not hard covers, let's put it that way. Yeah, I don't have that book, but I have seen it, and it's gorgeous, but not, so do you guys want to see my chaotic mess after I've colored 2 of these pages? Like 2 little tiny pages. I'll show you my chaotic mess. There's my chaotic mess. So these are all the colors that we used on those 2 pages. Yes. Yeah, I love the 100 Hugs book. This one here is currently on sale, Sarah, for $11. Yes. Mine looked that way when I was using markers too. Thank goodness I have my pencil holder because I can just put them all back in the pencil holder and be good. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's just a mess. So next Monday, so I'm going to put up a poll for those, well, we've only got 5 people left. I will ask now and for everyone that watches the video back or anything like that, I will put a poll up on the community tab on whether or not you want to continue this on Mondays or if you would rather I just do it recorded. Awesome. Are you going to use some watercolor? Hint, 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 hint. I have some watercolor stuff that I'm going to be playing with as well because I got the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s and the Faber-Castell gelatos that I haven't played with very much and I don't know how to work. So, yeah. Awesome. She knows what I was hinting at. So, for those that are still here, do you want to continue doing this on Monday as a live stream, or would you rather me just record it since there's only 6 people here? Live stream. So I have 1 for live stream. That's 2 for live stream. Ronnie, what do you say? I love that Kirby page. I colored it. It's awesome. Oh yeah, no. I'm perfectly fine with it. The great thing about YouTube, even if there's not a lot of people here, um, they can rewatch it. My what I wanted to test was A, how many people would come and hang out and want to talk about what's going on in this book, and B, if it's something that you guys enjoy doing. Oh, sweet. I will hold your hand if you need me to. And the brushes I sent you should help with that quite a bit. With being pulled into the wet world, not with just painting it. Live streams, okay. So most most everybody here anyway is enjoying the live streams. All right. All right, guys. Well, it seems that most of my audience has gone to bed at this point. So, I will say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the stream. I hope you're enjoying the reading of the book as well as the coloring of a non-coloring book. This is once again the Neil Gaiman Art Matters because your imagination can change the world. This is illustrated by Chris Riddell and is a wonderful, wonderful book. Yes, if you want to join us over on Discord, there is a bunch of us that do hang out over in Discord and talk and hang out and color and answer questions and anything like that. So you're definitely welcome to join any of us. I go for it on whatever. I do have some watercolor paper, and I have learned that when you're not using watercolor paper, you may want to use a fixative. It's an, let's see if I can get to it without running over my dog. Um, so I have this stuff that I put down on the paper. There it is. So that I can, and this one here, the satin glazing liquid works best on coloring book paper. Oh, well, welcome back. Maybe that's what happened to everybody. They didn't all just go to bed, they lost the stream. So this is called a liquid satin glazing liquid. It's done by Golden, and I use it. Basically what you do is you tape down your page onto a flat surface, and you cover it with this stuff. Okay, so cover it with this with a very, very, very thin layer with your paintbrush. Let it completely dry before you paint over it, but it will keep your coloring book pages from curling too bad. Yeah, make sure that if you are going to use a heavy watery color, that you tape down your page and coat it in this stuff. It does help a lot. You're fine. All right, guys. Welcome back to everybody. Yeah, if you have any questions, Sarah, just pop into Discord or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and I will gladly set up a room in Discord and we will hang out and play with it together if you need some help. I am not a perfection with it. I am experimenting more and more with it. I typically do an entire month of watercolor in February, so if you need to watch any videos that I did with watercolor, I did them in February. Yes, Ronnie, I think you're more tired than you think you are. Now, did that make sense to everybody? So yeah, the satin glazing liquid works really good in keeping that page from curling up into a ball on you. Another one that is great to watch for watercolor stuff, she scares me a little, is Belinda Color with Faithful Girl, 1978. She is phenomenal, and yeah, to just to be able to do, one picture the way she does it, I would be, fantastic. Oh, you're 50 seconds behind. Ah, you must have paused it. All right, guys. So I think the consensus for everybody that's here, you all prefer the live stream. So yeah, isn't she? Like, wow. Just one picture. I just want to be able to do one picture that gorgeous. Yeah, but she does phenomenal things with watercolor, so I've learned quite a bit from her between her watercolor and her marker work. Yeah. And I think yeah, it no doubt. Yeah, it went boom, wow, done. It was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, guys, until next time. Of course, this was Art Matters, and of course, if you are following along, make sure that you mark your posts with hashtag Matters Monday 2022, and then I can see them as well. That'd be awesome. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what? Uh, I'm going to have to watch it over and over and over again until I figure it out. Of course, this month's hashtag for and artist of the month is Molly Harrison. And of course, this month's hashtag is hashtag Molly May. We are also participating Molly May 2022. We are also giving tribute to hashtag Mermay 2022. So make sure that you join in on that. If you are part of the Facebook group, I have put up this month's event, which is Molly Mermaid. So any mermaid that Molly Harrison has colored, please submit it to the Molly Mermaid event album in the Facebook group. Okay. With that, I thank you all very much for watching. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artists that you enjoy watching. And of course, always, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.